Hi guys, how you doing? Well, I speak in the other videos, sounding pretty much like myself, and I guess when I focus on other things, I don't think about my loss, and I just wanted to, um, I guess, just keep. Um, it's not really venting. It's just getting stuff off my mind, off my chest, and I hope I'm not weighing you guys down. But I really have no way to vent all this out. You know, get all this off my mind, and it's uh, it's very difficult. Everything reminds me of what I lost. Everything, everything. When I see a refrigerator, I think of the magnets I used to have. When I look at exit lights, I think of the exit light that I had. When I see school buses, I think of the school bus toys I used to have. And commercials. I can't watch commercials really anymore because it reminds me too much of the commercials I had and lost. Um, Everything just reminds me of what I lost. And it's just, it is so difficult. How do people move on? It's like this is I'm no disrespect to the horrible tragedy of 9/11, but it feels like this is my own personal 9/11. My own personal 9/11, you know, and or I've been psychologically raped, or I can't really think of a metaphor that bestly describes uh, what I'm going through mentally, emotionally, psychologically. I had souvenirs from my grandfather, may he rest. He was a beautiful human being, sweet and loving and caring, and he owned a sign shop. I can't look at signs without thinking of what I lost. Um, because I had a huge sign collection, and I was going to add to it, and I had I had I had I had an old yield sign that, oh God, weighed a ton. I mean, it was pure metal. I mean, it was the old yellow yield sign that says yield right of way instead of the red and white ones we have now. That I bought at a antique store for $15. Signs that my grandfather made, that he made for me when I was a boy. They were made out of wood, heavy wood, but he was a sign painter, and I would spend many hours at his sign shop, and I would watch him make signs, and that's how I started with my own very limited artwork, but matter of fact, when my bar mitzvah time came, he personally used calligraphy. I was trying to think of the verb. Excuse me. He used calligraphy and the most beautiful lettering. Most absolutely beautiful lettering. And he also did the same thing with my high school graduation tickets. And so that was in there. The signs he made was in the storage unit. Um, all my files, my birth certificate, my divorce certificate, um, uh, um, all my school uh, souvenirs that showed me with a huge head of hair that I missed dearly. And when I look at those pictures, because it was an ID, it was a picture ID, both high school. Oh my God, and so you could see me as a teenager. I think it was 14-year-old or 15-year-old, and I had all this beautiful hair I had. I mean, so much I had saved. So many souvenirs and so much. Um, all the pictures I had of my dad, before he passed away, and a wonderful picture of me and him together that was a great picture of the two of us. And, it's just, memory is fleeting. People say, well, you have your memories, at least that's good. Yeah, but memories can be fleeting, and when you actually have the physical evidence, the physical pictures right there, it just burns into your memory, and it's just, it keeps those alive, keeps those memories strong, because the further along you go in life, the more fleeting those memories became, and the more fuzzy they become, the more undefined they become, the foggier they become. I had pictures of my grandfather right in front of a sign shop in the Bronx before some vandals torched it like cowards, evil cowards that they were, to my poor grandfather, who now he had a wonderful sign business, and so many memories, so many souvenirs that I saved. My New York souvenirs of the bus services in there in New Rochelle, and the bus routes that I took, and the high school lunch ticket that I kept. I kept one. One New Rochelle High School lunch ticket. That's gone. A couple of the plastic plates that they served it on, which I thought were cool. They were cool. I mean, they're all different colors. There was yellow, and there was peach, and there was white. And I tried to save as many as I could. And I could only swipe them when I was done eating pizza. Because pizza, was almost like a cookie. And they put it on the plate. And it really didn't leave anything on the plate. And so whenever they served pizza, I would just take the plate and sort of hide it in my coat until I went into my locker. I put it in my locker, and then when it's time to leave school, I would just take it from the locker when nobody was looking, and then swipe it in my jacket, and then go home with it. And these plates just bring back so many memories of high school, and so many wonderful, wonderful memories, and so much future I was going to do. The title strips, the jukebox, the films, all my props and notes for my comedy routines that I was going to start doing. So much I was going to do. Now I got nothing. Oh yeah, somebody said, you still got everything up here. Yeah, there are some things. And I probably could get hats again. So maybe I could probably re-pursue that. Plus, I have the evidence of the video that I uploaded to YouTube. If I just couldn't remember my notes, all I got to do is just transcribe, have somebody transcribe for me, because thankfully I had everything closed captioned, So all I got to do is just turn the video on, turn the closed captioning on, have somebody just transcribe all the routines. Then really all I need to do is just buy new hats and make new props, really. So, you know, but so at least, and I could always get, if I wanted to pursue the disc jockeying part of the business, I could get the 12-inch singles again. Oh, there's some records I can't get anymore, but I could still try, you know, and, but, and I look on eBay, and I look for films. There's one film that I would love to get, but I can't get it right now. But hopefully it'll still be available when I leave here. It's and there was one guy that was going to sell me boxes and boxes of commercials, and I contacted him and let him know that I was still interested and see if he still had the boxes. He said he hadn't heard from me in a couple of years, and they have my name on it, but after a couple of years he couldn't wait anymore. And guess when he sold them? He sold them at the very same time that my friend warned me that couldn't make payments on the storage unit anymore. And if I didn't panic like I did when my friend told me that, I could have said, okay, I understand it's a burden on you, and I'm sorry that it's a burden on you. I'll contact my family, see if they're willing to help. And they would have. They would have. And that was stupid on my part. And part of what I'm going through is self-deprecation. And I just beat myself up. I was so stupid. I wasn't thinking. I panicked. I went into a psychological panic attack. Oh my God, I'm going to lose everything. And I went right into that panic mode. And I didn't say to myself, calm down, Jim, calm down. Let's think rationally. Okay, my friend can't keep making the payments. What can you do? Can you contact your family? But I just went into this blind panic attack and kept my brain from working and kept my brain from thinking of an alternative. And it's always best in hindsight. Oh, what I should have done, And I've been beating myself up ever since. And trying to forgive myself. Because like I said before, I have nobody but myself to blame. And I blame myself. I'm angry at myself. I'm pissed at myself. I really screwed myself over. I'm my own worst enemy. That's what happened back last fall. That I became my own worst enemy, and I just hurt myself by going into that panic mode, that blind panic mode, without thinking of alternatives or options. Then somebody said there's always options. There's always options. And I didn't think of that. So, oh God, I just beat myself up over this. I really do. And I was also just thinking just the other day about all the videos, all the films that I uploaded to YouTube, really. And a lot of people were complaining. Some people were complaining, not a lot, but a few were, about how I was shaking the camera too much and why don't you transfer it regularly. And the intent was that I was going to fix all the color problems, have it done directly onto DVD and Blu-ray. And I would probably re-upload the video with a disclaimer at the end of the video, to sort of comfort all those all you guys out there that complained about, it's not clear and why don't you do it directly and everything. But I'd have a disclaimer at the end saying, I plan on releasing this on DVD and Blu-ray and have the proceeds of the educational videos anyway to various organizations. And, if you'd like to see this in a visually and audio-wise better than it was originally, buy a DVD because you'll be helping others. Because those DVDs and Blu-rays, I was going to donate to charities. So when you bought one of those DVDs and Blu-rays, you would also be part of helping the goals of the organizations that I was going to donate the proceeds to. The American Cancer Society, the American Lung Association, AAA, MADD, whatever it may be, Alcoholics Anonymous, whatever it may be, and that's where the proceeds would have gone. And I would have, like I said, put a disclaimer at the end of those videos. If you like what you see, buy one of my DVDs and Blu-rays, and you'll be part of a wonderful, wonderful I can't think of the word. Selfless. When rich people donate, I forget what the word is, but you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's what I'm going through. So, oh God. It just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And about everything I had, everything I lost. I look at some of the videos that I uploaded a couple of years ago of films that I just picked up, and I got this film, let me show you the film, and I'll upload it. Magic of a Counter, I think, was one of them, and two driver's ads, and Tommy's First Car, I think, was one of them, and yeah. And I said, I had these films, and when I went home, the films went home with me, and now they're gone. So the only evidence I have is, those videos. And I can't watch those videos anymore because every time I watch them, it just breaks my heart more and more. I could take them down, but I don't want to take them down because I could add them to my want list in the hopes of getting them again. Everything. Well, thanks for hearing me out. And it's going to take a long time to recover. It's going to be a long time before I just need something or somebody to say what I need to hear. Not what I want to hear, mind you, what I need to hear. That's what it is, So I'm hoping that I will hear what I need to hear that will help me get over this. That will help me forgive myself for what I did to myself, and did to my friend also, because my friend's stuff is in there too. And stuff that my friend and I worked on, that's also gone. So, and my friend's not talking to me anymore, which is very, very sad. I don't know why my friend's not talking to me anymore. But I spoke to my friend after it happened, and my friend said, what I'm about to tell you might damage our friendship, but you need to know. And said, if you never want to see me again, I will understand. And I basically told my friend, our friendship will never change. My friend, my friendship with you, you know, is rock solid. But now my friend isn't responding to my texts, not answering the phone. It's just very sad, very tragic, and I miss my friend very much. And I blame myself. I do not blame my friend. When I mentioned before about bad communication, that was mostly from me. Mostly from me, you know, because I responded. I could have responded differently. Had I responded differently, I would still have my stuff. Okay? Like I said, I would not have blamed my friend. I would blame me. And I do blame me. I blame myself. I've been beat myself up ever since. And like I said, I have forgiven myself on in past, you know, where I made very bad, very stupid choices, made very dumb mistakes, and you know, and I said, oh man, why did I do that? Oh man, I could be so stupid, you know. So I beat myself up over this, and I'm sure everybody has from time to time, you know, and I'm just waiting for a miracle. Is what I'm waiting for a miracle. A miracle to get me out of the slump. A miracle that would help me forgive myself for what I did to myself. You know, and yeah, my health is getting better and I'm losing weight and my health is improving. And that's really the only good thing that I could think of, you know, to help me going and help me wake up every morning. You know. And I guess that's all I could concentrate at this point, I suppose. I have nothing else to look forward to, I guess, except to, you know, get my health back and get me mobile again. And I just might not have a career. Regent Enterprises may end up being dead. Maybe I wasn't meant to be successful. Maybe I wasn't meant to have this business. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But I believe everything happens for a reason, you know. And I had one of my last girlfriends who I loved dearly. And she had Raynaud's, she suffered from colitis attacks and Raynaud's syndrome. And we were together 6 or 7 weeks before she died of pulmonary embolism from blood clots. And I was so heartbroken. I cried every day for 2 months. And I was pissed. I was pissed at God. I was pissed at myself. I was pissed at, you know, her family. I was pissed at so much. And I said, oh, whenever I get any kind of happiness, it just, somebody yanks it away from me. You know, I'm never meant to be happy. I'm never meant to be successful. I'm never meant, you know, and it's like, I feel like Job, actually. I feel like Job. The only difference between Job and me is that Job was stripped of his health. Okay? Job was stripped of his health. Okay? What Hasatan and God set up for Job was not that he not only loses his family and his possessions, but he also loses his health. And his health goes down, you know. So I'm Job. I'm the living embodiment of Job. But the only thing that is different between me and Job is that Job was stricken, his health was stricken. My health is not stricken. If anything, oh, my health was stricken, yeah. But now I'm recovering from that. I'm getting better. Although I did cross some boundaries that I probably will never be able to get back or go back to where I was. But at least I'm improving my health. And that's the only thing I'm going for me right now, and that's the only difference between me and Job. But I've been stripped of all my possessions, or almost all my possessions. I still have possessions here. But it's not much. Not much, you know. But anyway, I didn't want this video to delve on too long, but I just needed to just get all this out and get this all off my chest. And I'll be getting my teeth soon, and that'll be good. I'm losing weight. Matter of fact, next week, or later this week actually, I plan on getting weight because tomorrow is the next month. Tomorrow's May. Okay, today's April 30th, so tomorrow's May 1st. So, starting tomorrow, we have a new month. So, I could then find out how much I lost in 2 months, and hopefully I will be happy to what the scale shows. You know, so my health is improving, and that's the only thing I got going for me. I got one other thing, but I'm hoping that will pan out. I've become very cynical these days. It's like, okay, I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. This is too good to be true. You know, I got Highway again for the second time. First time was by Hillary Harris himself, years before he passed away. You know, and when I lost all my films to that con artist jerk in New Jersey. And I hoped I would get Highway again, and I did. And I was like, oh my God, it's too good to be true. But it was. I lost it too. I lost the second version, or the second copy, hoping there's another copy floating around somewhere. You know, I don't know. But, this time I don't have an inventory of all the films I had. I didn't do that. I should have done that, and I didn't. Because I didn't think I'd need to. Now I know I need to do that in case, God forbid, I go through this again. Which I hope I don't. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I hope I you know, there's one thing that I always believe in. I believe that there is a balance in the universe. There's a balance in the universe. There has to be, because everything has its opposite. Everything is balanced. If you've got a front, you gotta have a back. If you have a top, you gotta have a bottom. If you have a here, you have to have a there. Front, back, top, bottom, up, down, left, right. You know, there's a balance. There's a balance in the universe. You can't have a right without having a left, or you can't have a right without having a wrong. You can't have a good without having a bad. Can't have a top without a bottom. You know, can't have a front without a back. You know, so there's a balance in the universe, and I believe that if you have a good, you gotta have a bad. So, but if you have a lot of bad, there's got to be a good. There has to be. There's a balance in the universe. So, one thing that I always believe in is that however much bad you have in your life, no matter how bad it is, there is the same amount of good that will come in your life when you least expect it, right around the corner. And you won't see it until it is on top of you, until it's there. And so, and that has never failed me. In all my life, that has never failed me. That no matter how much bad I have in my life, when I'm not thinking about it, when I least expect it, the same amount of good. If I have a little bit of bad, it'll be a little bit of good. If I have a lot of bad, it'll be a lot of good. The same amount, same quality, same quantity, same amount. Whatever bad it is, there will be a good when I least expect it to make up for it. And that has never failed me in all my life. And so that's something that I believe very strongly in. And so this is pretty bad. This is way bad. This is like super, super bad. So I'm expecting a whole bunch of super, super good to come to make up for it. But I can't, because if I do, it won't happen. It won't happen if I think about it, and if I hope for it and I plan for it, because it will always come when I least expect it. So, anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and I will talk to you later. All right, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.